Okay, getting my bearings. Hold on just a moment. And let's go to this. Yeah, sorry I'm late again, like the usual. And I think I'm just getting a little too slack now for anything. But yeah, I know that. I just turned on the sound. Well, I guess I had to type that out, whatever. I just turned on the sound anyways. Um anyways, thanks for watching, which is cool. Um okay, so I went away for a week to do some work, housework. I just managed to mow the lawn some. I got it down some. I didn't even get that much done. Just it's the way things go, I guess. I was supposed to do some stuff this morning. Got caught up in something else. We did some other stuff, and then that's kind of why I'm late, sort of. And apologies for that. Okay, so let me new window. Here, push this over here. And let's go ahead and let's do that. So um, I have to keep now. I have to actually keep up both Rumble and YouTube windows open so that any chat that comes through there I can chat directly because for some reason Restream is not sending text to YouTube again, which seems to be happen a lot. But whatever, whatever's. Um, I believe it was ChatGPT that I was talking to last, and we're gonna see if this is if it comes up here. We're gonna see if this is if this is the thing. Um, I just template quickly. Blank page. Fill in beat, anchor, and goal. Jot down 3 to 4 quick choice ideas. Don't polish it yet. Write down the outcomes. Okay, I have to kind of go through this again because I don't remember exactly. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find a way of doing these story beats in a quick manner so I don't have to spend years or whatever on this stupid thing. Um, Originally, I was going to make this choose your own adventure style phase was going to be a shortened version of the story, and I don't know how come I didn't do that. How come I didn't continue that? I'm not sure. I started writing the outline, and then I wrote this long outline, and et cetera and so forth, and now it's the outline, and so now I've got 70 something pages, 70 something story beats to fill in. And at first I was doing like one per day, and now it's down to like one every 2 weeks or whatever. This was taking me so long, and I just got to the ward the actual the ward part of it. Um, One second here. Oh, hey Rook. Um, Here, let's go back to this. Now here, makes its way to the trophy room. Notices the display case that previously housed a Quicksilver Scepter was now empty with no signs of tampering. After examining the case, Hubert is able to discern that there is some magic use, but not what extent to closer examination. Hubert tries a word reveal spell. Uh, why did I stop that there? It's very strange. He searches. I guess I stopped because I had run out of time. Then he searches his bag and realizes he doesn't have the right hat. So with Quicksilver in hand, opens a portal. Here, give me a quick sec. I'm gonna mute the audio for just a sec. Okay, sound back on. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Um, I guess I come to a point of where I had to stop because I had run out of the time here. Doesn't have the right hats. Quicksilver in hand opens a portal to his hat room. Oh, and then I didn't really decide. Dang, I didn't decide if he could leave. I guess I was figuring that he'd leave afterwards. I'll ask ChatGPT that just in case here. Um, so I think I decided he's going to. Wait a second. Not right here. Um, hit one for sight. Oh, so this is all the word reveal stuff, and then this will lead to a deal where he needs to get his hats. He needs to get some hats, or he needs to get another hat or whatever, and then okay, let me think for a second here. Anyways, I gotta figure out a way of just doing like blasting through these so that it does not take forever. I need to get on with it. I need to have progress. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any more viewers than you guys. And right the second you guys are actually, let's go over to this, and so far only 3 viewers. So you three, I get up to 4 or 5 sometimes. I get up even higher occasionally, but I'm not going to have more than a handful of viewers if I am not able to show any progress. If I was really booking though, and you could really see it get done, you could see that it grow and get to the point. Anyways, okay. So I think I decided to have leave Wizard you before um, jumping over to his hat room in his house. Is that right? After the word reveal spells are executed. Experiments to test word reveal spells. Sequences big detection mechanic moment. Once he's done, there isn't much reason to linger. It's been closed. No students. It serves its purpose. Exit mixed. Uh, no, I was just wondering where I was at since it's now a week later. Monday, September 8th, 2025. And I haven't gotten to the spells that he's going to use to reconstruct the crime. He needs a different... Why did it do that? Different hat combination. And needs to go get... And needs to leave to get them. Spell he's going to use to reconstruct the crime. He needs a different hat combination and needs to leave to get them. Did I not conclude that no one can open a portal into or out of Wizard U? And technically, the mini portal into the case was within the school, and presumably he put the spell that stopped you from opening a portal or teleporting in and out. So Hubert still needs to so he could easily circumvent that. But Hubert can't do anything portal-wise. Going in and out of the school. Okay. I'm just trying to remember. I think I did that. I think that was right. Our trophy case has own special rules. The villain set up the internal mini portal inside Wizard U since it's within the lockdown zone. Doesn't break the no. Hubert can't piggyback on it because the lockdown is external facing, but internally Max can completely design and slip. He needs a different hat combination for reconstructing the crime. The only way to fetch it is the old-fashioned way. He has to physically leave Wizard U. It makes the exit feel earned. He's not just done here. He's constrained by the words. He needs to regroup. So yes, your instinct is right. Also, we can say that the device Max used gets around any portal wards or even lockdown logic, because that's the whole point. He was able to figure out how to open a portal without using Quicksilver. I guess the logic is a little weak considering he still needs Quicksilver to pass to power the massive and numerous portals and to boost signal so he can march armies through. But I just explain it like that. It needs a boost. Um, so, in general, the logic is a little weak. That's kind of what I said here. Because he still needs Quicksilver, even though the device doesn't technically need Quicksilver. So, and I just said the way I explain it away is sort of kind of this weak workaround where basically he still needs the power amplified. The Quicksilver can still do that. He doesn't need the intention of anybody though. So anybody, even if they're not holding Quicksilver, can still use the device, right? He just needs a massive amount of it to kind of power it and to boost the range, so to speak. The logic isn't weak at all if you lean into two tiers of portal magic. The normal portal framework, all Wizards government, it requires Quicksilver as a stabilizer because otherwise the portal collapses or burns out. That's why lockdown words work. They're written to block these Quicksilver style portals. Max experimented big for you. He figured out how to cheat the system. He can crack open a tiny portal without Quicksilver, but it's unstable and weak. Good for slipping objects or opening many viewports, but not much to march an army through. And also regular portal magic doesn't require or doesn't allow more than a few people because it's basically your intention. So it would only be as big as your intention. So if you have a family of four, for instance, it might open a bigger portal, but it's never going to be as much as an army or multiple armies or whatever. Um, Still needs Quicksilver as a booster. That's why his plan involves stockpiling refined Quicksilver and setting up the giant portal machine. Narratively, it looks like this. Max device loophole. He doesn't play by the standard portal Quicksilver rules, so Wizard use lockdown logic doesn't catch it. But physics still wins. To move people, monsters, or entire regiment through, he needs the amplification that only Quicksilver can give. That's why Carrion's Kingdom is refining tech such as is such a linchpin. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so originally my original story was that and it was much more dark, and I figured I probably shouldn't do um and maybe I should never do real dark stuff anyways. I'm a Christian. I don't want to get into the kind of stuff that maybe because it's supposed to be for entertainment and it's supposed to be appropriate for all ages, and so I don't want to stick in something like what I was originally going to do. It was originally he was trying to get uh, people that didn't have magic imbued with magic, and so he was doing experiments injecting them with Quicksilver, and I was going, that's like way too dark for this kind of a thing. Even if I thought it was okay to do at some point or whatever, or this was serious, um, I don't know that I would still do it even. But I'm kind of going, this doesn't really fit with the vibe that I'm trying to go for. Especially since it's supposed to be comedy, it's supposed to be funny, anyways. So I had that, and then Princess Karen was going to be kidnapped because supposedly her people had the secret to imbue non-magicals with magical ability, and Max was going to use that to form his armies. So he's abducting citizens and tourists, and he's doing that. Part of it was to work his minds, but then the other part was so that he'd have an army. And I changed it instead to where um well, he has armies and stuff, but I changed it to where she's kidnapped because her people have refined the have a new process that refines the quicksilver to like 90% pure or whatever, which means it gives them like triple output or something. Some sort of logic. I just kind of make that up at the spur of the moment, but that the idea is that this new method of refining quicksilver ore uh, yields pure stuff, which means an increase in power. And so that's the new reason that he has her kidnapped, because he wants that secret to refining. Anyways, so originally it's going to be experiments and stuff like that, and I was like, that's way too dark, and then I decided to change it up a little bit. So now he's not doing that. He's enslaving them to be in his minds, of course, um, until they break him out. Okay. But you have your kick and need to. You can just wiggle around the lockdown. Max looks clever because he found the loophole, and the story doesn't break because the loophole still has limits. Nah, I'm doing all right. I need to actually put the text of the word reveal pages into their respective room files. Then I have to figure out how I want him to reconstruct the drawing. And this is where that template comes in because I'm hoping I can speed up the process of creating these extra story pages and choices, because I can't spend years on just this part of this phase. I need to make some real progress. Okay. See what it says. Makes sense. You have the roll up your sleeve stage where the real grind is plugging text into room files and expanding each view with choices. Here's a way to really speed up the reconstruction phase without drowning in it. Use a shortcut, not a script. Instead of reinventing the wheel, the stupid things keep on popping up. Gold tier flavor, okay, whatever that means. Sonic Drive-In has 99-cent slushes. Nice. Okay. Setup line. User template like Mad Libs. Setup line. Hebert notices, feels, sees, hears something. Reconstruction choice prompt. What he tries with 30 tests, 3 outcomes. You don't polish it now. Just fill in placeholders. Batch your work. Don't go page by page instead of inserting polish pros. Well, I don't do polish pros anyways. I'm just slow. Try this rhythm. Sit down, write 3 to 5 reconstruction beats in one sitting. Only rough them out like sticky notes. Don't care about phrasing. Once you've got a chunk, then move them into their room files in one pass. Creative mode and then the organizing mode. Honestly, I could probably do that. I could probably do that in a text file, and then just copy or cut the stuff from the text file. That would be okay, I think. Okay, let's see something here. Decisions don't have to be big. Each choice doesn't need to be epic. Okay. 3 to 5 beats per session. 7 to 10 beats per session. That's what I'd like to do. I don't think I'll get to that. I might be able to make it If I do 3 beats, that's 30 minutes per beat. That's actually not too bad. If I obviously if I can do more, if I can do now, I don't have that much time today because I was late and stuff. I will be breaking at 12:30 for an hour, and then I'll come back at 1:30, and then work on the layout tool part for until 3. But if I could get one story beat done for 10 minutes, then that means I could get 9 story beats done. Let's see, let's do a little calculator math here. 9 story beats done in a day. Okay, times 20 days per month times 20 equals 180 story beats. That's not right. I mean, it's right, but it's not right. Okay, so that would be less than, yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, right? So if I did, oh, okay, so let's if I wanted, oh, that's interesting. Let's see something here. Where's the dang clear thing? I guess I can do that. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 10 is 90. So I could have it less than, I could actually have it less than 10 days. That's why it says 2 to 3 weeks. See, I could do that, and I could get it done, this part done in 2 weeks. Um, yes, except um, they're not all about the reconstruction spells. They're different beats. So I just need a way. Uh, I think the one after the after learning about Max and the device, then he goes to the Hall of Fame, and then he notices the one painting is gone, etc. And then there are other even other different things. But yes, fill in the blanks would be helpful. Um, I gotta go and I gotta use the facility, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop this down to no webcam, and then I'm gonna mute the audio for just a few minutes. So I'll be gone for just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Sorry about that. Okay. So I only have 30 more minutes for this part. Um, and I know I'm not doing a good job at my stuff today. I'm not getting much done, and I guess when you take a break off, sometimes you get a little slack. So I'm a little slack. Um, okay, so the goal isn't getting any certain amount done except for is to get okay. So my goal is to get one story beat done. Maybe it's the spell page, the detection, the crime reconstruction page. Maybe just that, but not to take the whole rest of my time, which is 30 minutes, to do the one, but to actually do it in about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna start and see if I can do that. And then tomorrow, I'll try to do the same thing. I'll probably be on time, and I'll be more with it because I've started the spec up. It's just a little slow going to start from a full stop. It's like you have to get going to be able to get up to speed again. So I'll get up to speed today. Tomorrow I'll be up to speed, and we'll see if I can get more than one, right? And maybe my goal is just going to be one more than the last time. So today I'm going to try to get one done in 10 minutes. Um, Tomorrow I'll try to get two done in 20 minutes. So they each still have 10 minutes. So I'm not trying to squeeze more into just the 10 minutes, but so I'll do a total of 20 minutes if I can make it. Anything after that will be just icing basically. But I'm gonna try to make sure that I only spend 10 minutes per story beat, and the quality might suffer a little bit. Although because it's the early stages, I don't know if it won't iron itself out later. Because right now you probably be able to tell that I took more thought and time developing the choices and stuff, and later on it's just going to be kind of the same old sort of, and it won't feel that fresh, and it'll be like, well, this was good at first, but then it just kind of got kind of stale and stuff, which is kind of okay, just because my end result is not this. So this is not my end result. This is just phase one. So maybe that's okay, and maybe that shouldn't matter as much then. Maybe you won't notice it as much later on. Hopefully not. Hopefully it won't seem like you won't be playing the full game, and then it'll be real detailed and make a lot of sense, and then later on just start not making sense and stuff. Hopefully that won't happen. But I really need to get started. The other thing I could do is I could kind of start over, and by that it wouldn't necessarily mean completely throwing everything out, but what it would mean is I, I'd open a new project, and I'd only have a limited amount of story beats. I'd look at the rooms, and then, but that'd take a lot of work too, because I'd have to go through 90 something pages, and then condense them down into like way fewer pages. Maybe I could condense 10 down into one, but that would take some work to do that, and that's kind of the problem here. So the problem is do I continue to take the time and find a way to speed this up so I can just get off blast through these, or should I go back and reevaluate how I do it, compress everything down into a small amount, and then try to work from there? I don't know. I think I'm too far in to kind of start over in a sense that all the work could be kind of wasted. It won't be real wasted because I'll have some ideas of what I wanted to do and how I want it to work. But yeah. So, anyways, okay. Look, all the story beats. You need a fast way to spin those in interactive choice pages without bogging down. Here's your generic fill in the banks template. You can drop in any beat, regardless of whether it's about words, paintings, villains, or unicorns. Setup. Hebert enters location. He immediately notices detail, conflict, absence. The air feels sensory, and something about it reminds him of character trait or quirk. Two-player prompt, the choice hook. What should Hebert do? Options 2 to 4 choices, short and distinct. Investigate closely. Look for context. Check surrounding objects, scans room. Do something offbeat. Mutters to himself. Optional, risky, funny choice. Touch it anyway because players like poking things they shouldn't. Outcomes, keep them quick. If choice X, Hebert learns clue revelation. If choice Y, Hebert learns alternate clue red herring. If choice Z, Hebert gets minor setback, humorous payoff, flavor text. Hebert enters Hall of Fame, rows of gleaming portraits, but one space is conspicuously empty. A brass plaque without a painting above it. The air smells faintly varnished, like something was removed not long ago. What should Hebert do about the missing painting? Choices: examine the plaque, read the name, check nearby paintings, look for signs of tampering, sniff the air. Maybe his nose catches a clue, make up a silly story, pretend he knows what's there. Who was there? Outcomes: learns it was name, clue relevant to Mac's device. Find scratch marks suggesting it was pried loosely. Smells faint turpentine, recent removal. Just flavor. Hebert amuses himself with fake history. Player laugh. The way each beat is just set up, prompt, 2 to 4 choices, choice outcome. No polish, no overthinking, just slide in the unique beat details. Okay. How is this different than your just previous step by step what word am I looking for? Process. I say just previous, I mean what just came before, like what we talked about last week, so okay. Good question. They overlap for different methodology you can follow while writing. Summarize the beat, decide Hubert's goal problem, pick 2 to 4 possible actions, draft outcomes, move on quickly. Fill in date, I just gave you a ready-made scaffold you can paste directly and set up prompt. Choices, outcomes. That's more like a reusable form you can crank out quickly without remembering each step each time. Think of it this way. Picking recipe. Uh, sure, that should work. Thank you. Let's see what happens. And I have to work on it soon here. Beat summary, right in one system. What happens in this beat? What's Hebert trying to figure out, solve, or react to? Quick scene, description and context, setup text. What the player is asked to decide. Step 5, choices, right short choice options. Each is an action Hebert could realistically take. What happens immediately after each choice? Keep it light and snappy. It keeps the story beat linear if needed. Then yes, but we're keeping the choices to a max 3 because if I decide to the pattern that allows you to do all 3 choices, but in any order you want, anything more than 3 will yield too many pages to be useful. It takes about 15 pages using 3 base choices to be able to hit all the choices. If I choose to have the player reader go through all options Okay. Summary, scene description, choices, 15 pages. Now this is fine as text only. I just need a quick process, which this provides, which will hopefully allow me to spend only 10 minutes or less per story beat. Okay, and yes, already. I don't know if that would help or not. Would that help? I mean, would I just do that, or would I just like go over my time anyways? And I'm not sure if I would just go over those limited time periods. So, maybe I should just stick with this like it is and see how long it takes me. Takes me. It's gonna take some taurine. I fit the free plan limit. Um, no, I'll start with this, and then maybe tomorrow we can either continue to use it or tweak it. Yeah, I'm almost time up now. Um, shoot, I didn't even think about it now. I wasted too much time now because I still have to put these into pages here. Okay, so let's do we'll go Wizard U Trophy Room. 5, I think. Okay, let's go into rooms here. Rooms. Let's go down to the bottom because it's a new trophy room 4. So we'll start with trophy room 5. So we'll go ahead and add here. Go here. We'll copy. Wait. Okay, there we go. Control C. Control V. Except for this is going to be 5. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and save room data. Okay. Now it's there. Okay. Um. Okay, let's just I guess let's just blast through this. This is before he goes to the hall, so this will actually be the will be the other part since I already kind of know what I want to do, and we'll start with this here. Okay. One sentence, what happens in the beat. Okay. One, Hubert, um, after Hubert returns with a few new hats, he proceeds to cast a couple of spells that will allow him to. Maybe we should. Where's. Wait, how come. Okay. Alright. That will allow. Proceeds to cast a couple of spells that will allow him to see what happened in the trophy room. Okay. So this is really what happens. What's he trying to figure out? Hubert is trying to. I see. Beat summary. Okay. Summary. To goal problem goal slash problem colon Hubert is trying to figure out how the scepter was stolen. Okay, that's all right. Okay, what's three? Subtext. Hubert goes through the house's room back into the. Hubert gets back into wizard use trophy room. After having found out the setup. Going. He gets back to the trophy room after having found out the wards have not been tripped, but there's indication there's some wrong magic going on here. Possibly, well, he might not know it's portal magic just yet. Okay. Step 4. Prompt. What's the player is asked to decide? That's a little tricky. Let's see. What is the prompt? Which spells does Hubert use to tell what went on here before? I guess I'm not sure if that's it. Choices. Choice A. I had it there. Okay, so this is where I get kind of stuck, right? Even though I had an idea before of different deals. Um, Audio, visual. Um, Time reconstruction spell gives a shows what happens in reverse from the current time to the beginning. 5 choice B. Use an audio deverberation spell. Spell which will play back a few moments of any sounds or speech. Five choice C. I don't know. Thinking about cheating here, but he doesn't have a magic mirror though. But um, see, I've already passed the 10 minutes, but we'll see if I can quickly. Time reconstruction spells shows what happens in reverse. I don't know. I'm stuck. Uh, we'll leave that off for now. 6 outcomes. Okay. Shows a hooded figure. Grab it, pull it out, pull it in, pull your hand out. Close the portal, does the thing, grabs it, takes it, leaves. Walk backwards toward the spot where the ward detection spell was indicating some sort of disturbance. Shows the figure take the scepter from his cloak and put it back into a portal, a small portal in the air in front of the case, which thereby put the scepter back into the case. With the other hand, figure is holding a device that seems to be keeping the portal open, and then the device closes the portal. The figure then walks backwards towards the main hall of fame. Okay, so 6-step choice B. Here's audio of footsteps, then a hum from the hall into the room, then a hum of a device turning on, then some rustling as though clothes were moving. Then an unidentifiable sound. Then the fades out. Then the footsteps seem to walk away. All right. This isn't really telling me though. So I mean, I guess I did it in 15 minutes, but like I said, I didn't have that third choice, so I'll have to work on that in a bit. 7 result Stewart learns a hooded figure had walked in with a device which he switched on. Then a small portal opened up in the air. He reaches in, and the hand appears inside the case. Grabs the scepter. Then the portal closes, and the hood figure leaves. Okay. So, I don't know where I want to save this here. Select all, copy, because I'm not going to keep this right now. So maybe what I'll do is, oh, that's not what I want. How come? Okay, fine. Then we have a recent here. Recent documents. Okay. And how long is that? Okay. Okay, copy. Here, we'll just go ahead and save this. And it's not what I wanted to look at. Okay, what did I do? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that I guess does it for this part. This time, here we can just go ahead and close that. Close without saving. Okay. Okay, done for today. I'll be back in about an hour to work on the layout tool. Okay. All right, so I am going to go ahead and say thanks for watching part one, even though I didn't really get that much done. But we got a little bit of a start here. I still have to work on it a little bit. And tomorrow it'll be all work. I swear it'll be all work. And I will see you in part two if you're interested in programming the layout tool. So thanks, and I will talk to you later. About an hour. Thank you for watching part one.